bag of shit this is. Right.
Hello.
Hello.
It looks like the stream. Oh, it's gone. I think there's another one that's just gone up. Have you put it up?
Yeah, I've had to go through PlayStation because Streamlabs is being crap.
All right, Chief. No
Right,
worries.
see
That's
you in
on
a
the other
bit.
side. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye. Right, professional mode. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bahrain Grand Prix here in Bronze End. Yes, round one. And oh my God, I've just made myself jump. Hello, round one here in Bahrain. Then, and yes, unfortunately, we haven't got the usual shtick tonight because my laptop has decided to die, which is fantastic, isn't it? But yes, Bahrain round one, then season 8 there, and well, the landscape for bronze has completely changed from last season, with of course. The top three of Brooksy, Jay Hings, and Kiki have all gone up into bronze, which means that there is now a clear. Now there's going to be well, it's anyone's ball game now, isn't it, in terms of the championship there and all that kind of jazz and all that stuff. But hello. Moving the best league is back. It certainly is, isn't it? There. Yo from Slayer, yo from, and let's go from Rocket League as well. Can't wait to be back in bronze next week. Kiki is saying there. Ultimate Beast, let's go bronze and Ultimate Beast pole position, and a superb performance last time out yesterday for Ultimate Beast there. And may I say that is the Ultimate Beast that I remember seeing, not last season but the season before. So it's good to see Ultimate Beast up there. Is he one to watch then? Potentially, but there's also a lot to watch in the Bronze Championship as well, with Dynamo Dan, Dynamo Dan then, of course, currently at 4th at the moment. I would say the potential championship contender. He had flashes of brilliance last season, didn't he, Dynamo Dan? But he didn't get the consistency, and did he? And of course, consistency is a key factor. Here's Rio Ashtonari making his second appearance in bronze tonight then. But of course, Dan surely has to be in the mix for potential front runner this season, along with Smithy Almighty, and I would even say. Smith on my 12 finished 4th in the championship last season. Of course, part of that Super McLaren team last season. FIFA BP is not qualifying. We got a couple of reserves in, which is very disappointing, isn't it? Their first race of the season, and I think we had one in gold. I can't remember how many we had in that silver last night, but great stuff indeed to see that we got reserves in already then. What? How am I going to pronounce that name? Tao Face Baby or Dow Face Baby? I'm not sure what it is, but whatever the case may be, Aston Martin third position at the moment then. Yo, Sean, and sorry to say this, I have to cut you short as though the England game. Let's go. Slovenia 3-0 then, Steph, and England go out, laugh out loud. I don't think England can go out now, can they? Because of the results last night, and oh gosh, I've forgotten who Spain beat last night. But yeah, England is technically through now, isn't it? TJ Hale, I think a first full-time appearance there for TJ Hale, so hopefully can start off a good season. Slayer there currently, of course, won his first race of his career last time out in last season, I should say, in the Ferrari. I can't round 2, I think it was, isn't it? But unfortunately, then a tweak with the cards and how they was handling, and that really compelled Slayer, didn't it? Unfortunately, however, we'll soon find out if this season is more to his liking. Then, of course, qualifying rules same as last season, and it is just one qualifying session, old school rules. If you've been watching F1 as long as I have, which I hate to say, it's 5 far too long. Of course, back then, of course, it was an hour. We've only got 18 minutes. But as many laps as you can do, as your heart contents. Rocket Lee, one of the fastest drivers in qualifying trim and towards the end of the season race trim as well. But currently 9th at the moment. 9 minutes in this qualifying session to go. Here is Slayer out to the final turn. Good luck, Bronze, then with Nosey with the £5 voucher super chat, I think it is. Slayer goes full fastest there. Craig R currently fast at the moment. By the way, Craig R was one driver that has come from silver to bronze this season. One driver I thought last season was very unlucky. Remember the British Grand Prix last season for Craig R? He was absolutely sublime. Oh, I got a message from Nosey. The stream's not up, but I think that's an old message then, because that was sent about a couple of minutes ago. The two drivers then, the two... I was going to call them rejects. That's harsh, isn't it? Goodness gracious me, Sean. The two drivers that have unfortunately fell through the escape hatch of silver last season, now in bronze, but currently first and second there. Junior, a former bronze champion there, so surely the Haas driver is one of the favourites then tonight. I would say that you got a cue to be you, baby. Then, Sean. I think. Haha, Mushroom is number one. Laugh out loud. To be honest, usually it's a cue to get away from me there as I just babble on then. We've also got Camera Racer Evening, Sean. Hi, all racers. Good luck, Bronze there. Down the back straight, Jenna currently fast at the moment there. We've got a lot of drivers on outlaps, and of course, Rocket Lee, much better second lap there from Rocket Lee. Fastest so far, Rocket Lee is, by goodness gracious me, over half a second. That is a mega lap from Rocket Lee, and my goodness me, he's put some daylights between Craig R and himself. What an incredible start there, that is for Rocket Lee. And his Rocket Lee, their second season, can he start to really put a challenge for the World Championship? Kiki, Rocket for Paul. Remember, Kiki, I think, had 12 pole positions last season. Jidder has just currently gone second fastest there, reduced the arrears by 4/10 of a second, and Sick as Muck there. A difficult season last season for Sick as Muck there, but I think that was just a bit of, oh, someone's well off the circle there. Who's that? That's Jidder. I think might be getting out of the way there, unless he's doing his best Felipe Massa impression from 2006 there. Yes, I have been recently watching the 2006 season review of Formula 1 because that is all I do. Serious Mushroom, getting very serious this season. Love the helmet, by the way. I love the lovely blue and gold helmet. I love that. Serious Mushroom doing qualified as well, so very serious Mushroom tonight, or this season. Then Smithy Almighty in the Ferrari. Dynamo Dan there, who is just on the back straight as well. Purple in the second sector, or was it magenta? I'm sure Bruno Senna called it magenta when he was doing the practice comms back in 2013 or 12 in the Skybox era. Formula 1 Skybox. Why do I remember that? I don't know. I just found that conversation very funny. Across the line, Dynamo Dan, fifth fastest on the medium tyre, so for Dynamo Dan, interesting stuff. But Serious Mushroom on the back straight. Smithy Almighty just coming onto that back straight as well. Serious Mushroom almost wandering off the circuit there. Now flicking it into the... Flicking it into up the hill now into turn 11 and into turn 12 as well. It's got a flashing yellow flag there. Serious Mushroom has done an 0.63 in the middle sector time in the Williams. Teammate, of course, you're always judged on your teammate. Currently, Serious Mushroom's teammate is the slowest of the time runner so far. And Slayer has just gone full fastest in the Mercedes. For some reason, Slayer just feels right to be in the Mercedes, don't he? Lovely jubbly indeed. Out the final turn then, of course, turn 15 is nothing if you get 14 right. Serious Mushroom's got that, and my goodness gracious me, the Mushroom is on fire already. There's second pass about there for Mushroom. Of course, I never doubted his ability at all. Can Serious Mushroom really start to get some championship credentials under his belt now? Very experienced driver, Serious Mushroom is there. Is he our version of Mika Hakkinen of ALR? Of course, Mika Hakkinen, really, we knew he had potential, didn't we? Mika Hakkinen did that, of course, he did. He also found his groove in the latter years of his career, and I'm wondering if Serious Mushroom might be doing the same here. Dynamo Dan currently 10th at the moment. Teammate Dan is 8th there. Dan and Dan there in the Alpine car, which which has got more carbon fibre than paint on it, but there we go. Hopefully they can address that next season, as there's a lot of black cars out there, is there? I prefer colourful cars. Bring back the Renault, I say. Having said that, if you've heard the rumour mill, Alpine is potentially splitting away from Renault, which being a works engine is split away from your works engine deal is pretty horrific. That's not horrific at all for Dynamo Dan, squeaking into the 28s there. Lovely stuff indeed then for Dynamo Dan, and I really wish I've got another white t-shirt on tonight there, so, and unfortunately it's showing me flab, so I'm not going to be let me turn away from the mirror. Thou face baby, I think that's what I'm going to call this racer here then in the Aston Martin as it powers up the hill now, and let's see what let's see what we do here. Don still currently in the pits moment, has not set a time. FIFA Beefy is out of qualifying. Moomin, Duncan, Dave, Harlow Fowles is out on circuit, as is Styles. We'll take a look at what Styles can do now, because Styles is on a quick lap out of the final turn there for Thou Face, baby, across the line, and Thou Face, baby, goes up fifth fastest there, and I've got a lot of sweat on my brow already. Where's Styles gone? Just take a look. I'm sure that Styles is on a lap, wasn't he? Vintage is on an out lap at the moment now. Here comes Ashton Army at the top of the hill, but unfortunately invalidated the time. There's Styles. Goodness gracious me, I couldn't see him on the circuit. However, in my defence, oh, the Haas team has got the white dots. Thank goodness for that, because they had red dots, didn't they, the other day, and it was really throwing me. So I'm glad that they've gone to the white dots now. However, that blinking flash yellow flag in the corner is really annoying me indeed. Then, hello to you all. Then, why have I put a time in and saying I'm in the pits? Guys, help me. This is a joke. I'm angry with myself here, not with anyone. This is my best track downhill from here. Laugh my rear posterior up, says Slayer. We have also Slayer's, of course, Formula Moments in the comments. Says serious for pole position there. German, evening show, good evening to German. Let's go, serious mushroom. Ultimate Beast is saying as well. Here comes Styles across the line, starting and profiling in 14th position there. And I was tempted to make a Ric Flair joke there, but I decided not to. Here comes Harlow. Out of turn 1 and 2, Duncan Dave, best season of his career last time out for Duncan Dave. Very much like Serious Mushroom, untapped potential, I think. Now, Grand Prix winner in waiting potentially. Serious Mushroom has won 2 Grand Prix outside of bronze there. Duncan Dave has not just yet then, but Grand Prix winner very much in waiting, in my opinion. New Mushroom be on fire. Has anyone got any tips at the moment to get back in? Laugh out loud then. Caught it before the start of the session then. Leave and come back in, I could try. These first 2 tracks are the worst on the calendar, in my opinion. German is saying Duncan Dave going 15th fastest there for Duncan Dave. And here comes Super Sub, Harlow on the back straight. That's a big claim to make for German, saying that the 2 circuits are the worst on the calendar. Ooh. What is your? I wonder. I'd be interested to know what you guys think is the worst tracks on the calendar. I'm trying to think really. I don't like Silverstone, which is a very controversial thing to say. I don't know why, but every time I raced that Silverstone on this game or on the last 3 or 4 games, I've just not enjoyed it. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe I'm just getting old in my old age there. I'm not saying Silverstone is the worst track on the game. Wait, no way, Pedro. I don't like Mexico either, to be honest. As over the line there comes Harlow then, and gotten 17th fastest there. Remember what who's that just popped up the order? Was that Vintage? It is Vintage there, 11th fastest at the moment there. Let me know if I rejoin, please, Sean. Yes, Moomin, I think you're back in. I believe Sick as Muck has gone 5th fastest at the moment, and here comes Craig R. Yes, you know what? I'm going to put a cheeky fiver, I think, on Craig R. Junior and Craig R. Keep an eye out. That's this commentator's tip of the day. Saudi now, Navarro, because they took the shortcut off of turn 2 low. Best is Spain, Austria, Hungary, in my opinion. German is saying that. I'll put Spawn now. I love Suzuka as well. Look at the inside front tyre now. But I probably don't like driving Suzuka actually. But I do love driving Suzuka and Spa on time trial. It's absolutely beautiful. You get such an adrenaline rush, especially in Spa. When you're on time trial, when the car is at the pinnacle, at the best, I get such a buzz. Out of the final turn there comes Craig R. You don't really get a buzz around here. Craig R second fastest now, getting closer to Rocket Lee. But Rocket Lee, I don't think has ever had a pole position in his bronze career. 22 seconds to go in this session. Serious mushroom. And as we mentioned, he's found a 10th second. Is that enough for Paul? No, it's not enough, and he's on the second row of the grid there. Jinner has gone full fast and may have got a slipstream now from the Serious Mushroom. Potentially might go for broke here. Sick as Muck has invalidated their time and into the pits now. Checker flag has fallen there. So, what about Slayer out to the far turn? There's an Aston Martin of TJ Hale gone up to 11 fastest there. Just outside the top 10, just outside the points there. Slayer in fourth position now. Good stuff indeed there for Slayer. Where's Donald Donzo? Left it late there for Donald Donzo. Saving tires for the race potentially. Love the helmet. Love the time. It's 12 fastest. Beautiful. Vintage there is crawling back to the pit lane there. Here comes Angry Dave in the new RB team then into the final. Whoa, Bucket is stepping out there. Raging Bull then. It certainly is a Raging Bull there for Angry Davey. I must say 2Ps on the ponds across the line, 6/10 of a second off the pace. It is not pole position yet. Hold your horses, Sean. There's a bull coming. I'm down into 14 and 15 now then. This is the last corner. Craig R has got a lot of battery use left and he's a 10th for a second up then. It's hand up for pole position. Is he going to the prime rocket lead? No, not quite. Look at that. 400th of a second there. Separates the top two. Mushroom crawling back into the pit lane. Who is Jinner off the circuit there. I thought that Jinner's flashing fuel as well and he was going for broke there. He found a 10th per second the second split on, but I think he's called it a day. He has called it a day. Donovan Dan is on pole position there by 2/10 of a second. Rocket Lee has been robbed at the very end there. Donovan Dan across the line as well. Donovan Dan does not improve. It is Dan. Of course, a lot of whispers about Dan. Made a couple of appearances in the last couple of races last season. Dan on pole position, and I think that's his first pole position of his bronze career. Let me get the stat book out. It is first pole position in the fourth qualifying attempt now for Dan. It is pole position number 1 for the Alpine machine. Wow. Well, what a qualifying that was. I enjoyed that qualifying. That was cracking, wasn't it? I almost missed most of it then with me old... I don't know what's going on, but unfortunately me capture card there keeps crashing after about a few seconds, which is annoying. But don't worry about that, folks, then. I might have to get an IT professional out there. Alpine is on pole position then for the Bahrain Grand Prix by 10th per second from Rocket Lee in second. And I've got to say that Dan there left it to the very end then. But Rocket Lee, a 10th, just over a 10th per second. Now, he did that time quite early in the session. Well, if Rocket Lee had anything left, I'm wondering if he could have got pole position potentially. Craig R, third position, superb. Mushroom, 4, fantastic. Slayer, 5th. Jenner, 6th. My goodness me. Who's who of ALR in the top 6, in the top 20, I would say. Hang on, right, let me quickly go to the comment section, shall we? Usually tracks on good up, but I didn't do too bad in Bahrain, Gurman saying that. To be honest, I was saying in comms on Sunday that I thought that Gurman possibly, I think Gurman on the wrong strategy, but I'm not too sure now thinking about it, because maybe, I don't know. I think one stop was still quicker, but I'm sure someone said in the comments actually after the race that 2-stopper, because Sam Swift did a good job on 2-stoppers, didn't he, as well? I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Anyway, but as you can say, I don't really know. No pole for me. It's granted there. Craig R would have got pole if he used overtake. Kiki is saying there. Cheers, Harlow. As it looks like Sarah got a cheeky old slipstream. Don the Dons. Hello, good luck. Blimey, Rocket. Movement is saying there. GG Dan slipstream. Harlow got me a P5 instead of P7. What a quality nosy is saying. Wow, what laps from the top 3. Let's go bronze. Good luck, everyone. Vintage with the super chat. I think that is. No, he gifted a membership. Fantastic there. And it was gifted to Kiki. I pushed too much and lost it, Mark Smith was saying. Thank you, Nosy. I smashed it right then. By the way, I'm Jinner, laugh out loud. Hello to you, Jinner, then, aka Mark Smith, and cheers, Vintage. I thought I was doing purple all 3 sectors, though, until I wasn't in qualified, Movement was saying. Right, what am I doing now then? I'm all over the show here. Right, we don't want any of those graphics on, do we? It's the race. And beautifully, there is all 3 compounds in this race as well. Fantastic stuff indeed. Dan, first pole position of his career in bronze in his fourth qualifying attempt there. There are the strategies, and for a free stop there, maybe soft, hard. I don't think we're going to see a free stopper tonight. Might see some twos. I think the one stop may be the way to go. Rocket Lee is on row one there, Rocket Lee. Can Rocket Lee get his first Grand Prix win? Can Dan get his first Grand Prix win? Edge of your seat stuff now. Craig R in third position, as we heard that. They did use the overtake, very similar to Sam Swift there. Sam Swift didn't realise that you was allowed to use overtake in qualifying. Remember, in real life, you're not to use overtake, I don't think. Sarah's Rusher in fourth position. Medium tires for second, third, and fourth. Slayer in fifth position there with Jenner in sixth position. Oh, England's playing. Fantastic. Anyway, goodness me. Sixth position is Jenner. Seventh is Sick as Mike on soft tires. Now face, baby, is in eighth position there. Donovan Dan, medium tires in ninth position there in the Alpine. Remember, Jenner and Donovan Dan, the titanic battle for the championship a few seasons ago. Is it going to be a rewind there? I'm not sure. Was that song done by R. Kelly? I probably shouldn't be saying that, should I? 11th, 10th position is Smithfield Mighty. Wasn't always the sharpest qualifier last season, but watch him fly in the race. 11th position, TJ Hill. Then a great time there for TJ Hill, the back end of qualifying. Donna the Dons there. You saved a lot of tyres out. Donna the Dons has in 12th position. Vintage in 13th position. Love the helmet, by the way, from Vintage. How are the season so far? Crisp. I love it. 14th position is Angry Davey in the Raging Bull, which we're meant to call RB. The Styles in 50th position, the Haas. Now they got white dots, so I'm overjoyed. On the hard tyres as well. That's the first driver on the hard tyres. Duncan Dave soft. Ashton Army soft. Hard tyres for Harlow in 18th position. Moomin in 19th position there. And I think Moomin is in the session now. FIFA BP 20th position. 20 cars and lining up on the grid now. The whole season is in front of the drivers. And there's 3 lights in this, 4 lights in this, 5 lights. They're all starting 0. Who is going to be getting the winner on turn 1? It's lights out and it's go here in the desert in Bahrain as they stream down into turn 1. Dan's got advantage over Rocket Lee. Rocket Lee is going on the inside. He has a go. He's done it. Oh, but then Dan just goes with that Mercedes. So who's that? That's Slayer. One off the circuit there. And there's Carnage there. Slayer is going up the rumble strip side, dropping down the order there. That's a terrible start for Slayer. He's dropped down to 50th position there. A horror show start on the soft tires there for Slayer. Unfortunately, position changes. Contact with the Ferrari. FIFA beefy there. I think it was the Ferrari in front there. Donovan Dan and Angry Dave there also coming to blows well. The Haas is off the circuit. Styles is around at the back of the field in the Haas car. Dan needs second position. Oh, was that contact between himself and Serious Mushroom? Mushroom is going side by side. Mushroom is going second here. Then Mushroom's already up 2 positions. Not quite then. And Craig R is under the cosh here from Sick as Muck then. And then down the back straight. DRS is not available to the end of this lap. Remember, that is one of the big rule changes for this season, of course. And look at them streaming down here. There's cars all over the show. Then it's going for into turn 11 as well. We're just watching Dynamite Dan and Moomin having a fight to scrap there. Jinners off the circuit, the former world champion and the former champion of bronze having issues there. Donovan Dan is through. Jinners dropped down the order. He's out of the points there. Contact between himself and Moomin. Moomin up the inside. Moomin is now into the points. Is Moomin? Yes. No, he's not. No, they're not, because Jinner is back through into 10th position there. Wow, one opening start and here in this race. That one oh, Bollard there, Don's goodness gracious me. Then luckily we don't have to pay for the furniture here. That one completed. The gap is 1.5 seconds already between Dunham, Dan and Rocket Lee. An incredible start there. Rocket Lee second, Mushroom in third position there. Craig R in fourth. Sick as Muck in fifth with TJ Hill sixth. Smith from much up to position already. Angry Davey is up into 8th position. Fantastic start indeed there. It's getting all cozy into turn 1 there. And we've got, oh, Donovan Dan. Oh my goodness gracious. And the Rolex has been knocked over and spins the car around. And unfortunately, Styles and Dan on the horror show opening lap in their quest to become champion of bronze. Slayer's through, passes movement and back into the top 10. Slayer has had a great recovery so far, because about a lap ago, Slayer was all the way down in 15th position. He's now up into 10th position there. He's past movement. And now face, baby, is in 12th position there, with Vintage is dropping down to 13th position as well there. We've only got one car in the pits after that action-packed start, and Serious Rush all over the back. No, he's through, up into second position. There goes Mushroom. We haven't even talked tyres yet there. That's what I got to be concerned about in a minute. Flying past me now, then almost taken off my fake mustache there into turn 13. Mushroom then is now 2 position there. Good something. Oh, I love the curve camera shot here. Goodness gracious me, then the Aston Martin TJ Hill, a superb slide out up in the 6th position. I don't think TJ Hill has ever finished higher than 10th in his bronze career so far, but looking good. Moomin is past Jinner. No, because that's Jinner's through. That's contact. Jinner jumped down the order. That's 2 positions. Jinner has lost it. Also contact in the background as well as Duncan Davis having issues. And what was that? I think that was grass coming off of some of the cars there. This is a very wide straight. Oh my goodness me! And it's getting very aggressive on the straight there. Goodness gracious me! Sarah and Jinner now getting a bit too friendly of each other now. Getting very robust of each other. Sickers Muck is now into 4th position, getting past Craig Gar, whilst it is getting goodness gracious me. Formula 1's meant to be a non-contact sport, but goodness gracious me, there's a lot of rubbing at the moment. They've got a bit of touring cars here tonight there. Albeit I've never seen a Haas touring car. Are they in NASCAR now? I am not too sure, to be fair. Oh no! And that is, I think that Jinner spun the car there on his own. He did spin the car on his own. Mercedes of Slayer's gone into him, and unfortunately, damage to the Mercedes. There might be damage there to Slayer as well. Yellow flag said, no face, baby. It's off the circuit. I keep saying his name, keep saying the name quite interestingly. Duncan Davis on the inside of Fowles. Yes! Not quite, because Fowles is hanging on the outside. There he is. Fowles is car 5. And of course, potentially, if you heard the rumours earlier on this season, that could have been a reality with Sebastian Vettel. But ALR have got there first with Harlow Fowles. Fantastic. And there's a Ferrari of FIFA beefing from the back of the field, almost 17-13 position already in this one now. And my goodness gracious me. And unfortunately, like Sunday, if it's a wet t-shirt competition, then I have lost them because I am sweating like I normally sweat next to a salad bar. And Serious Mushroom hop, skip and a jump over the curb, but Rocket League still retains the position there with DRS. And of course, and now we got a 4-car show here. Serious Mushroom on the inside, then passes Rocket League, not quite there. And now we got Craigar and Sickers Muck. They're not leaving Craigar an ounce of maneuverability there. Serious Mushroom having a look there. He's had to duck out, but though, because Rocket League is having is not going to let him through. 5 seconds the gap is between the first car, which is Dan, and the rest of the field at the moment, as Dan is just watching these drivers just squabble over second position. And there was Dan is absolutely flying away. Slayer, I don't think, how much damage has Slayer got there? Goodness gracious me. Well, we'll find out then. I don't think Jinner been in the pits? And yes, I think that Jinner has been in the pits. Down both Haas's 19th and 20th at the moment. A shocker of a start into the season for the Haas team of Stars and Jinner. Both drivers making unscheduled stops. Hi, Sean, you sexy beast. Good evening to you, Indigo. Hope you're having a lovely Tuesday evening. Harlow Fowles said, hopefully Harlow Fowles going to have a good Tuesday. He's having a sniff, but nothing more on the inside of Duncan Dave. Standards have gone downhill from last season. Kiki is saying a very action-packed start to this race there, and goodness me, the battling on the straight there between Jinner and Slayer was a bit worrying there. On the outside there, the 2 domes there, which always make me giggle. There they go. They I don't know why, but they remind me of something. Across the line then to complete lap 4. But this race. Apologies, by the way, if you tuned in late. Sadly, this Ginger's Streamlabs didn't work earlier on. Oh, and Sickers Marcus on the outside, through, no, and the Mushrooms haven't done of it, slams the door shut on the toes there, as Sickers Marcus, and Serious Mushroom wants that podium there. By the way, if you just joined us, we normally have, of course, the shop, of course, the sponsor, our new sponsor, 3D Tracks there, which 3D Print Tracks there. Unfortunately, there are technical problems there with my capture card. Annoyingly, I should have probably tested it whilst we did some of the changes from Sunday, but unfortunately, I wanted a sausage roll. Our face, baby, there is a drop down into 16th position there. Of course, if you don't test that, of course, you are going to expect problems there. Testing, I'd say. But unfortunately, because Streamlabs is a little on the blink, we haven't got our sponsors, and all our good. Oh, good message as well, of course, which but ALR is also in partnership with Mind as well, which is absolutely supreme, which is absolutely supreme work set up by Knowlesy. Fantastic stuff indeed there. And there's a McLaren off the circuit. That's not fantastic for Don. The Don's a great qualifying, a decent start to the race, but the McLaren now facing the wrong way and dropped all the way down the order then. Rio Ashton all the way down 18. Dan is also all the way down as well, whilst we got Craig R getting past Sicker's Mike up into fourth position there. Serious Mushroom has now got a second and a half advantage over Craig R. In last season, Craig R was pretty quick, but unfortunately had a couple of issues there. Serious Mushroom over the second position. 10-second penalty for speeding the pit lane for Donna the Dons. And I don't think you can serve that. I'm sure that you can serve some 10-second penalties, but not all of them. It depends on how you get that 10-second penalty. So we got all kinds of movement going on here. Oh my goodness me! Angry Davey is going to be quite angry at that. There's movement there. And Davey came to blows there. You can't going side by side through turn 6, I believe that is. It's never ideal. And contact there between the two cars. I've got a really itchy hand in. Does that mean that money's coming my way? I really hope so. I'm being a bit greedy now. Goodness gracious me. But there we go. Maybe more money for... I've gone back downhill, unfortunately. I've gone back to the Monster energy drink, which I've got addicted to. I was addicted to it during lockdown. And I broke a can out last night because I was so tired, trying to stay awake for the silver stream. Unfortunately, I only got to about a bit of quality. I think I just seen Ultimate Beast take pole position, and the next thing I knew it was about 4 o'clock in the morning there. So, but luckily, I was able to. But I was listening to Knowlesy's dusset tones or beautiful tones. I think it's beautiful tones, isn't it? At 4 o'clock in the morning, because I was watching all the old silver stream from last year, which is very cool indeed. Then, right? Anyway, enough about my sleeping habits. Let's get back onto the racing, shall we? Angry Dave going to be angry with that 10-second penalty as well for Angry Dave. Angry Dave, hopefully Angry Dave is not too angry there and may be able to get himself back into the race. And Dynamo Dan also having issues. Well, it's been a very much a difficult race for some drivers out there. I'm surprised Dynamo Dan is struggling. As we've got Donna Don's also having issues. Well, into the pits comes Dynamo Dan. Angry Davey coming out of the pits. Well, a lot of D's in this race, isn't there? 7.5 seconds there as Dan down the other Alpine is is probably quite happily driving along, having a lovely Tuesday afternoon drive. And whilst there's all chaos behind it, here's one of the overtakes that's gone up now as Smithfield Mighty up into... Oh, not quite, because TJ helping it going too wide there. And Smithfield Mighty using all the experience he has gained in silver and bronze over the past few seasons up into 6th position there. Remember, if you go on championship form from last season, Smithfield Mighty finished 4th, and is he the favourite for the championship this season? On my logic, yes. But, of course, Formula 1's not one on logic. Oh, my goodness me! And that's a day later and $1 short there. And Smithfield Mighty is going to be absolutely furious at that. I feel that TJ Hill potentially should have maybe waited for the DRS. So into the pits comes Moomin. Vintage in the pits as well. I feel that that was a day later and $1 short, potentially. We had a lovely shot there. There it is. So the Red Bull. I love that. Oh, my goodness me. Serious First is going to be cussing me because he's up in his second position now. TJ Hale, well, is out of the race. Unfortunate, and DNF'd in the pit lane now. I don't think that should be a safety car, as Brooksy not really keen on that manoeuvre either. But yes, that's a very... I think that remember Brooksy, who engineered Percy to the championship in season 9 of ALR. From the season 9 championship there, and of course remember that Percy overtook there on the last lap of the last quarter of the last lap in the 100% race around here in superb fashion, didn't he, Lucas Percy as well? But unfortunately, that's not how he do it. TJ Hale, by the way, has I love everyone's comment there. TJ Hale has owned up to it. He has asked Farfair to disqualify, to give him a race ban, because that is appalling there. To be fair, it wasn't the best manoeuvre in the world, was it? Rocket Lee has passed up in the second position. It's not the best manoeuvre in the world there, but hats off to TJ Hale for owning up to it. I would try not to have owned up to it, but that's because I'm not a very good racing driver. Harlow Falls up to 5th position now. Fantastic stuff indeed there. Serious Mushroom back into 2nd position now, getting past Rocket Lee. These two are having an incredible scrap. Dan's almost 10 seconds up the road there. Dan, very impressive stuff indeed at the moment there. After 9 laps, 9 seconds up the road there. That's a second a lap there for Dan. Either Dan is full of joys of spring tonight, or he has found some electric pace in these 2024 machines. Everyone's comment, let's read it out because I think it's funny. He came in like a torpedo, yes. Of course, if anyone remembers Sebastian Vettel's infamous torpedo comment from 2015, was it China? No, 2016, I apologise profusely. 2016 was it where Sebastian Vettel was talking to Danny Fiat, and he said he came in like a torpedo. And of course, that also led to one of the best press conferences you'll ever see, as Danny Ricciardo, I think they were talking about Sebastian Vettel's birthday or something like that, and Danny Ricciardo called Fiat the torpedo there, which was quite funny as well. I'm just I'm just childish. Right, we've had some pit stops while all that's gone on. Sick as muck on the medium tyres. Craigar has gone on the hard tyres. Sick as muck, I'm sure he's compounded himself to a 2-stopper, hasn't he? In terms of the rules, he hasn't, because he's done 2 types of tyres. Serious Mushroom is back down into 3rd position now, an almighty scrap. So is Craigar, and Sick as muck, an incredible battle here. And we've also got Harlow Falls has passed FIFA Beefy up to 4th position. Harlow Falls hasn't raced many races, but goodness gracious me, he is very much quicker than a hiccup now. Smithy Almighty, battered and bruised. Smithy Almighty is in the pits now. Fryer Mechanics going to work. Soft tyres again for Smithy. That's a 2-stopper. And it's a nose cone change as well for the Ferrari. Unfortunately, after the contact into the final turn. But as I said, hats off to TJ Hale. He said the far thing banned me for the next race because that was appalling. Drivers have misjudged before, haven't they? And they will do it again. And of course, just watch some of the old footage there from Formula 1 back in yesteryear. If you want to see real bad driving, just have a look at UGE Day in the races of 2006 between Bahrain, Australia, Malaysia. Malaysia wasn't too bad, actually. Malaysia and San Marino. Of course, San Marino got its super license invoked. I don't think that's going to happen to TJ Hale, unless Farf is feeling a bit ruthless. But I've got to say, Farf is always ruthless on track. I don't think he's as ruthless in the steward room, personally. I hope not, anyway. Well, actually, no, I don't mind, to be fair, because luckily, Farf's not my steward. Nosey is for the 100% as well, which I must say, Nosey's going to have a busy season with me. Serious Russian leads the race, and of course, Dan's in the pits there. That's a 1-stopper, I think, for Dan. Those hard tires should go for ever in a day. If I remember from Gold on Sunday. Also, Rocket Lee in the pit spot, also the hard tires. Harlow Falls is stayed out. We've also got FIFA Beefy looking at that. There's the car, former race leader. Oh, he's having a look. He's up the inside. Not quite there. Harlow Falls there has got a very dirty Mercedes there. He's going to have to go into the car wash there. FIFA Beefy now up into 2nd position there. FIFA Beefy had a very solid season, but here comes Dan there. FIFA 2nd, Falls 3rd, Dan in 4th position there. And it was having the Sickles Muck. The Sickles Muck is through. Rocket Lee has repelled the attack from Craigar, or has he? Yes. He has. I thought that Craigar was going to go back up and under there, but no. He might do. Oh, no, not quite. He backs out, doesn't he? And Rocket Lee is in 6th position. Vintage is all over the back of the whole face-up, baby. In the Aston Martin, the only Aston Martin left then, TJ Hale, is our first retirement of the Bronze Championship. By the way, quick cheeky old plug. Remember, next week is Saudi Arabia. Hopefully this ginger has sorted out his stream by then. And I don't mean any other stream, apart from stream. Stream now. Troy is loving. By the way, I've got my Discord notifications actually working for once on my phone. I've got to say I'm a technology master, ain't I? But Troy there, of course, the president of the Mushroom Fan Club there, loving what is happening with Serious Mushroom there, because he was like, Serious Mushroom be like, yes, indeed. And into the pits there comes the race leader, Serious Mushroom there. He is cooking his lead mushroom is tonight. Fantastic. FIFA Beefy stays out. I'm talking of another driver that's cooking his Harlow Falls. There he goes up into the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Dan does not need to worry. Oh my goodness me, Dan does not need to worry about those two drivers at the moment in front of him because they have not pitted yet. Here comes Craigar having a sniff on the inside. No, he just backs up ever so slightly. Craigar does, but he's in sixth position, just in front of, just behind Rocket Lee. And Sickers Muck is starting to put his toe down, but he is on the medium compound tyres, of course, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. I was going to break into song there. Smithy Almighty there using the two-stop strategy to his advantage to get some fastest laps in. Unfortunately for Smithy Almighty, I do feel that points might be a bit of a struggle. Now, let's see how this one plays out. Because all the drivers around him, I feel... Oh, no! That's the other McLaren off the circuit. And it is Duncan Davis. Super Almighty's not in the McLaren anymore, is he? Duncan Davis is off the circuit there. His teammate Don's going through. It's a bit of a hard day for the McLaren Mercedes team. Almost as hard as Spain on Sunday. Well, not that bad, to be fair. It just shows how far McLaren have come in the real world of Formula 1. They're saying that they're getting pole position and only finishing second, and that's a disappointing data, and that just shows how well McLaren have been in the real world of Formula 1. Harlow Falls saying that currently leads this way, and currently 5/10 of second now in front of Dan, who's now made his way up to second position, unseen by us because we are seeing the recovering McLaren of Duncan Dave. Dan, fresh tyres. Swiftly once he's got past Angry Davey. Here's Dan there. He's going for it. He takes the lead then at the Bahrain Grand Prix. And and of course, Dan has been perfection in this one. And takes the lead of this race as well. Craigar now into fifth position there, passes Rocket Lee. Rocket Lee and Craigar is on 2 lap older tyres than Rocket Lee. Now, is that going to be crucial? We'll find out. Slayer passes Moomin on the medium tyres. Slayer on the harder tyres. Slayer should go into the end, then can Moomin get these tyres to the end as well. So every driver has been in the pits then. Stars has been in the pits for 10 laps. Having, unfortunately, an unscheduled stop earlier on in this Grand Prix. But hopefully, maybe a safety car might be able to bunch up the crowd. Then, of course, no safety car in gold then. I haven't watched silver yet because I was snoring away. Unfortunately, I must admit, whoa, Rocket Lee almost into the back of Craig. When I am on my back, I do snore like a walrus, and I actually look like a walrus as well. Talking of which, actually, I found an incredible TikTok page of I can't remember his name now, but it's basically a sea lion terrorizing locals, which is really funny. As the sea lion just falls asleep on the road. Then, if I was a admiral, I'd be so much be like that sea lion, just sleeping away. To us, if I was a Pokemon, I'd be a Snorlax. On board with Rocket Lee, 6 at the moment. There, of course, very close to getting his first pole position. Now, Rocket Lee, remember last season, his full debut, he was superb last season. Rocket Lee was one of my drivers of the season. He was absolutely crisp and cracking. Now in 6th position, DRS. He's now maxing out those revs. Craig Arden is not going to be able to defend this one too much there because, unfortunately, no DRS. And DRS is quite a powerful tool there. There's 3 DRS zones around this circuit. Next race, we've got 3 DRS in Saudi Arabia. And then Australia, we're spoiled for choice. We have 4 DRS in Australia. Wow. And, of course, the races come thick and fast this season. 24 races in ALR this season. Now face, baby. Passes Moomin. Moomin dropping back now. What's happened to Moomin? Because Slayer's got past and now Moomin dropped. Oh, Craigar's off the circuit, and that's a nightmare for Craigar. He's been driving a superlative race, but a spin there, and what has happened then in between Rocket League, Serious Mushroom, and Craigar? Oh, did Craigar drop it on his own? Well, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure there. Moomin has just mentioned that not feeling too well. Moomin is, and they might have to call it a day. That's not ideal at all for Moomin. He's currently in the points there. Moomin is in 10th position, but that may explain the drop off in pace there because Moomin has lost 4 seconds in the last lap there. Not ideal there for Moomin, and Vintage might be able to pick up a point now with Moomin limping home at the moment. Now we ain't even at half distance in this race yet. My goodness gracious me. So, with not being at half distance then, what are we expecting then in terms of pit stops? By the way, I told you all a lie earlier on. If you've just joined us, I said that all drivers have made a pit stop. That is a lie, because look who hasn't. It's Hollow Falls into the pit stop for the Mercedes. Love this shot there. Look at that. Mediums off. Hards off, mediums on. Then, and away they go. And now, what can Hollow Falls do then? Did a good job did a good stint now on the hard tyres. FIFA Beefy has stayed out, and I'm thinking the FIFA Beefy is going to try and stretch this stint now. Maybe go on to the soft tyres. Hollow Falls out behind teammate Slayer here, because Hollow Falls is a reserve driver. Moomin in the pits, and I think the Moomin may be calling it a day. They're not feeling well, Moomin. That could be our second retiree of the Grand Prix. Will remain to be seen then. Can Moomin carry on and fight on then in a difficult race so far? Moomin, unfortunately, well, on medium tyres, so that might be a strategy call there from the Kick Sauber. The second Kick Sauber is in third position and on course for a podium at the moment as well. Rocket Lee has now got Mushroom all to himself. What a lucky guy indeed. On board now with Rocket Lee. Serious Mushroom just in front of us. And look, there's the Sickest Muck. I'm wondering though, now Serious Mushroom and Sickest Muck, they're starting to reel in the Kick Sauber. I knew I was going to do that this season. They're not even the same colour, so goodness gracious me, man. Well, I do love the colour. I'm not sure. I think that it's a loud colour, isn't it, to say the least? The Dayglow green, and of course it may look like a bit of aero paint as well, isn't it? But I do love like bright cars. I think we should have a pink machine coming back there. And I thought Sickest Muck coming into the pits there, but trying to get a bit of slipstream now to hopefully break the absolute freight train which is coming up there, and. Of Rocket Lee and Serious Mushroom. By the way, Gurman has just checked into the Discord. I have had my Discord notifications on. It's fantastic, isn't it? I actually could be nosing now. Into the pits comes FIFA Beefy. He is on the medium tyres like Hollow Falls. Look at how much time Hollow Falls has gained there. I think I'm saying his name wrong as well. But Falls is in 7th position there. FIFA Beefy is about 3-4 seconds away from the Mercedes driver, and that is quite a gap there from when they were fighting quite close together there. But Gurman has just given us an honest assessment on England. They're not doing a very good job at all at the moment there, unfortunately. But a lot of drivers are doing a good job out here tonight. But unfortunately, Styles is having a hard time out there and been lapped now by the race leader, Dynamo Dan. And Moomin dropping down the order. Jinner then, who's having a fighting return there to Bronzehead. Jinner, of course, a former champion of Bronzehead. He damaged the end plate there of that Haas car. And look, yes, that's going to be a lot of understeer on that Haas there. And Jinner also flashing. The ERS has flashed as well. And so the Haas team are having a really horrific start there to bronze here this season for season 8 there. Moving, dropping down into 15th. And there's a Haas car just crawling out the way, then that is Styles, unfortunately. Just watching Vintage. I haven't got my mute button, hang on. I tried to make a manly cough and that didn't work very well at all. Sickest Muck is now under the cosh. The yellow flag is for Styles, just getting out of the way there. Doing a good job, Styles, is there, of getting out of the way, which I don't think it's not really something you want to be saying. Rocket Lee there, I thought went in very deep there into turn 1 there. Turn 1, turn 4. Or 3. I don't know where I am on this circuit, but Rocket Lee all over the gearbox of Sickest Muck, and pressure's on for Rocket Lee. Rocket Lee's going to have to get past Sickest Muck pronto here, because look, there's Mushroom there all over the gearbox of Rocket Lee. Great drive from these two. Dan, by the way, is still in this race, about 10-11 seconds up the road. And what has happened there is Soulface Baby that has had an issue at the top of the hill of turn 4. There is sand on the sand or gravel on the tyres as well. So Smithy Almighty has proven me wrong, because I didn't think he was going to get a point or get in the point set. But Smithy Almighty has shut me down. Serious Mushroom then, of course, looking a very complete package here this season with getting qualifying, doing a very good job in qualifying, and now the race as well in fourth position there, pressure in second and third. Podium is very much on the cards for Mushroom. Mushroom may struggle to get past that Rocket, may struggle to follow Rocket League through here. He's about half a second back. Rocket League is past Sick as Muck. Sick as Muck, I'm wondering if Sick as Muck is going to go soft tires at the end of this one and be unleashed there, as it says on the back of that rear ring of the Haas car, Sauber car. What am I saying tonight? Gosh. I can't even. It's only the beginning of the week as well, isn't it? Now, shocking behaviour indeed. Movement is really not very well at all. Feeling like Movement's going to be sick. Remember, I had taught this actually. Sorry, Movement. I'm taking the limelight off you for a second there. I remember I was sick on the Silver Street once in Spa. I think it was season 2 or 3. That was vile, absolutely vile. Also, Mark Webber was sick in 2007 Japanese Grand Prix, and then a young 4-time world champion in the forms of Sebastian Vettel took him out underneath the safety car. But potentially that might be because of Lewis Hamilton weaving around in front of him, trying to get some tires into, trying to get some energy generated into those tires in a very wet and wild Grand Prix around Mount Fuji. In 2007, of course, Suzuka not being on the calendar in 2007 and 8 was a very odd, to say the least. I didn't even realise that at the beginning of the season, and it only kind of dawned on me about halfway through the season, as we got Jenner into the pits there on the fresh medium tyres. Jenner is. Jenner, let's see where Jenner can go from here on in. Serious Mushroom has not been able to get past Sick as Muck in the last 2 DRS detection zones. Sick as Muck has come into the pits now, and I'm expecting soft tyres on the kick Sauber. Serious Mushroom back up into third position, but he's lost a second there, battling with Sick as Muck. Into the pits comes Sick as Muck now. Whilst Sick as Muck is doing that, we're going to keep an eye on this battle for 11th and 12th position there, with the only penalty at the moment, I think, is Angry Dave, and everyone else there everyone else has got no penalties just at the moment. Movement. No, you're good, Sean. I ain't making an excuse. I don't want to cause incidents, so I took it easy and had a pain in my left side, so kind of paused it before I took Jake out. That's when it pitted. Oh, so that's why Movement was in the pits. I thought Movement was going for a 2-stop strategy there, maybe having to sprint to the end there, unfortunately. So not going to plan there for Movement in their first race for the kick Sauber in 14th position there. It's a bit of a stretch there, isn't it, to get themselves in the points. I'd say they're about 20-odd seconds away from points scoring position now. Smith Almighty's soft tires may start to fall off the cliff, though, which might be interesting. Talking of interest, we've got the 2 Mercedes now going into combat in the... As combat as well then. Harlow Falls looking very strong indeed. Harlow Falls is going for the alternative strategy. Gasson on the hard tyres, now onto the mediums, and now flying through the grid then, and almost onto the back of Slayer. Slayer is a race winner, locking up the inside tyre there. So Slayer then feeling the pressure from the substitute teammate tonight. So what is Slayer going to do? Of course, this is all points for the Mercedes team. But of course, Slayer might be challenging for the championship. Is anyone challenging for the championship? I feel at the moment. And Slayer weaving now. I wonder if that is we've got a problem. It's Angry Dave. Ashton's got a 3-second penalty there for multiple warnings, and Angry Dave back on circuit there, but I'm not sure if that's contact. It does look very suspicious there. The whole face, baby, is up to 11th position there. Into the pits comes Smith. The soft tyres was not able to last there. And now coming into the pits for the Ferrari team there. Is that medium tyres I see there for the Ferrari? It is indeed then. So Smithy going to the end of the race on those medium tyres there. Harlow Falls has passed teammate and now up in new 5th position there. Smith Almighty there, and Angry Dave also in the pits as well. Smith Almighty coming on the pits now, down in 11th position there. So at the moment then, as we mentioned, the landscape at the beginning of this broadcast has completely changed. Dan Down only his 4th Grand Prix, on course to get his first ever win of his bronze career there, with Rocket League getting his best result of 2nd, and Serious Mushroom in 3rd position as well. Craig R potentially should be be involved in that podium fight there, but I think there's an issue with Craigar and Cirrus Busher and Rocket Lee. I did not see what happened there, but he spun at the top of the hill at turn 4. Not pointing any fingers there, but I am kind of pointing a finger, so which is shocking stuff indeed. Of course, if there wasn't any contact, then I apologise profusely. I should stop being so cynical in my old age. 21 out of 29 here. Oh, Sigur's Muck there just flew past it. Goodness gracious me, made me jump. Which wasn't very good at all, was it? So here comes Sigur's Muck there. Now, 3 laps younger tyres of beefy. Not qualifying, but 11-2. Superb second position for Ferrari. Second Ferrari of Smithfield White has got about 13 seconds to make up to get back into the points. So Ferrari there, not an ideal start then for the Prancing Horse tonight, but Beefy and Smithfield Mighty, 2 drivers then who I do feel will be challenging for the Constructors' Championship. I am sure for Angry Davey getting more penalties there, and Don of the Dons there, going off the circuit. In the background is Dynamo Dan there, a big hitter. Oh my goodness, a big hitter in the bronze world. And now Don of the Dons has gone wide, and going through is Angry Dave, and they'll face baby into the pit set, as of course those drivers were ghosting because they've been lapped. Duncan Dave has lost out to Smithy. The gap in front is about 23 seconds. Goodness gracious me, that's a big gap there for Smithfield Mighty is trying to go to close down there, and a penalty as well for Smithy, but in 10th position now there for the Ferrari driver, and yes, proved me wrong once again, Smithy, as I said that he wouldn't get back into the points. Shocking stuff from Mr. Commentator. Oof, well, what a first week of ALR, because we return and for the first time on F1 24 as well. A lot of negative feed. Oh dear, what's happened? There's yellow flags there. We're keeping on now. It's Don of the Dons and Angry Davey could have might have been involved in some shenanigans there, but maybe just be getting out of the way. Here comes Harlow. Here comes Harlow. Then what's through? No. Well, I'm surprised by that then. I thought the Hollow Falls was going to breeze through. By the way, of course, listen to those V6 hybrid power units. I was going to call them engines, and that's not the terminology, is it? Goodness gracious me. And up the inside... Yes! No! Craigar is fighting, isn't he? But I'm happy that Craigar is in bronze, because I do feel that Craigar had a lot to offer last season. Been very unlucky in silver, but Craigar very much enjoying that pace of the Red Bull this season. Should be, well, this race anyway, should be battling for that podium there. Harlow Falls is struggling to get past here on younger tires as well. The medium tires already struggling after only 7 laps. Quite surprised by that. Duncan Day's done 14 laps on the medium tires there. As one of the Williams is getting out of the way there. That's Ashton Army there, right the way down the order. Yellow flags in front of us. I think it's the Haas car of Styles just getting out of the way. Harlow needs to get past that Craigar here, because time is ticking up now. I think the time is running out, but I do think that I think the podium's off the table now, locking up the inside tyre there of Craigar. I wonder if the harder tyres had a issue then when, of course, might be a bit out of performance now with the spin earlier on in this race there. Oh, my word. Right, goodness gracious me. 11.4 seconds. Dan's been cruising, I think, for the past second half of the race, I believe. And Rocket Lee and Cirrus Mushroom have not resumed their fight then. Cirrus Mushroom took a little while longer to get past Sickest Mutt then, which I think may have cost them second position here. However, as Harlow Falls then again is not able to get past Craigar, and Slayer won't be able to read past both of these two drivers if they ain't careful. Harlow Falls is alongside, now gets the job done and passes Craigar. Craigar's got damage there on the end plate there, which might have also be another reason why the Red Bull driver is struggling. That's a lot of damage as well on the Red Bull machine. And the Red Bull, well, at this stage of the real world of football, was in a league of its own then. It's not anymore, which I'm very happy to say, as everyone has reeled them in, haven't they? It's a very exciting fight at the moment. I'm not sure if it's going to be an exciting championship fight, but it certainly might be exciting in the constructors. With a certain Sergio Perez there, not keeping up his end of the bargain in the Red Bull, even though he's got a 1+1 year for that Red Bull seat for 2025 and potentially 2026. But that remains to be seen. Then I must admit, I generally thought that Perez was going to get one year deal, and then Alex Albon was going to be in that second Red Bull seat. But Alex Albon has signed a multiple year deal with the Williams team, and rumours coming out of the paddock as well. Of course, silly season hasn't. Well, it's usually a lot later than this is, but the silly season started in January, February when Lewis Hamilton decided to join the Scuderia Ferrari, which is one of the biggest moves in F1 history potentially. Well, it certainly got my blood rushing. Into the pits is Harlow. That's interesting. So the medium tires only lasted 9 laps there for the second Mercedes driver. Driver of the day is out. Goodness gracious me. Farf is going to be absolutely whipping me because I'm not doing my job tonight. To be honest, Farf, I'm a little rattled about this damn contraption in front of me called this laptop. Then shocking stuff indeed. But yes, I'm usually meant to give Farf some position changes and all that kind of jazz. But having said that, Farf is about a lap early then, so that's my defence anyway. Stars has left the session. Stars is still in the race, but has left the session. That's not ideal for Styles. Unfortunately for Styles, a lap down and doesn't look like going to get any points. And potentially might have got fastest lap, might have got fast up for driver of the day. Fastest lap and a point for that. Dan Mushroom, Dan Serious Mushroom for Rocket League and Vintage for driver of the day. Get your votes in now, ladies and gents, sir. It is very important driver of the day is. Of course, Farfis got a lot of driver of the days, hasn't he? Already done it. And you're too slow and slacking, Farfis said. How dare you, Farf? I'm professional as always. Goodness gracious me. However, I haven't got a mute button, I'm so sorry. Jaws, I probably have on my PlayStation controller, actually, haven't I? As I'm Sarah now fighting for 4th and 5th position there. Sarah doing a great job, by the way. And potentially could get 4th position here. Southgate is the worst England manager in my lifetime. Need to add to my driver of the day tally as well. Farf. There's Craigar and Slayer fighting for position here. And up into 4th position there goes there. Craigar is hangstrung now. Is that a word? By that damaged front wing then. Is Craigar going to have a look? I think it's just too far back at Craigar. It sounds like England is having a bit of difficulty breaking down Slovenia. Goodness gracious me. Of course, Farf is not going to get driver of the day here tonight because Farf is not driving. He is the head honcho, the head admin in bronze there, and. I think the only incident to note is TJ Hale and Smith and Whitey, which TJ Hale has very respectively held his hands up and apologised because he said that was an appalling manoeuvre there. A bit of desperation there for TJ Hale, unfortunately, and costing Smith and Whitey damage and unfortunately costing TJ Hale any points in this race as well, potentially as well by retiring from the Bahrain Grand Prix. Angry Davey getting past Jenner. Jenner's going to go up and under. Of course, Jenner was one of the favourites there for potential championship contender. Remember though that Jenner was good. Excuse that big old exhaust. Thank goodness me, and Angry Davey there. Well, I don't. Oh, contact there is Jenner there, and give it a slight smooch on the rear side pod there, on the side pod of Angry Davey, and. Getting very, goodness gracious me, this is going to get very fierce. Oh, and Angry Davey almost spun the car, but very nicely from Jinners, hits the car back in the right direction. Harlow Foles has got the fastest up of the race there on those soft tyres. Great drive from Harlow Foles, and would be driver of the day then if me and Smithfield White was in charge of driver of the day. But of course, no reserve drivers are meant to get driver of the day unless, of course, you're Welsh Maldonado, and that's a day late and $1 short as well. There's a lot of very audacious overtaking manoeuvres here tonight. I must say that I think that one might also be in Farf's book to have a look at later on as well, because I don't think Farf is going to appreciate that kind of overtaking. And I must say that if Farf doesn't, oh my word, there, an Angry Dave I think is frustrated, I think, with that car. And if Farf is not a fan of that overtaking, then it must be a bit too robust there. Well, look at this battle here for 4th, 5th, and 6th now. Slayer, who got past and now all of a sudden has dropped back down now. Sick as Muck doing a great job on those medium tires and the kick Sauber up into 5th position now. Potentially could get 4th here. Craigar is limping, wounded. Draw the Dace out. Dan 50%, 33% for Mushroom, 17% for Rocket League. Vintage, no votes at the moment, but Vintage always gets my vote there because he's a legend. So we're on board with Sick as Muck. By the way, am I biased? I certainly am. Slayer, oh gosh, we could have tried to overtake off the season already. Slayer up into 4th position. Magical stuff indeed, but Sick as Muck is going to have none of that. I know I'm fast on the race for falls, and some goodness gracious me, it's getting very cozy between these cars. At the inside goes Sick as Muck, passes Slayer, and up into 4th position there goes Sick as Muck. Slayer in 5th, Craigar in 6th position. Now Craigar damage to the car, of course, that's why he's struggling now and dropping down the order as Slayer now down into 5th position, and Sick as Muck on those medium tires on those medium tires should be able to pull away now, but he will have DRS. No, Slayer will have DRS from the Sauber there. I mean, kick Sauber. Goodness gracious me! Gosh, all these cars was title sponsors now. Too much for me. Too much. But just give me some old school team names like Minardi, Toro Rosso, and all that kind of stuff. As Jenner into the pits. Hope I'm trying to get Jenner getting fast enough here. But remember, Jenner's a championship winning season there. The second half of that season, he was incredible. Pinnacle form, wasn't he? A tough old race today. There's been, I think, a bit of a race rust as well with some of the overtaking potentially. I can't say much there. If you want to see bad overtaking and bad racing, just tune into the Australian Grand Prix 100% in a couple of weeks' time. There'll be a very slow McLaren in the back. No, it is not Serious Mushroom. I joke. No, it is actually a Ginger Rage then, as unfortunately Knowlesy refused my request to have the 2004 Ferrari or the 2020 Mercedes then, which I think is very rude indeed. Lap 28 out of 29 now. A very interesting race indeed. Only one retirement there, but there's a lot to dissect in this race. There's going to be a lot to talk about after this one, isn't there? I think that the stewards is going to have a few things to probably say. Just in terms of a bit of race rust potentially. Whoa, Craigar getting on the loud pedal, or not so loud pedal these days, of that Red Bull. Of course, the Honda powered Red Bull, but not for much longer there, as before they become the Red Bull powered trains, don't they, in 2026, which will be, I think, Ford doing the electrical store or something like that. I'm not sure either. Something like that as well. And by the way, if you didn't know, Dan is still leading the race there, 15 seconds in front of the next car. This is a domination. It really is indeed there for Dan. By the way, I think it's not, but of course, remember that the first race may not always be the way that the race the championship would go. Of course, is that the first race, anything can happen in the world of Formula One, and it usually does. Anyone remember the 97 World Championship? Probably not, because you're all too young. But in 97, of course, David Coulthard, the man, the myth, the legend there, won his second ever Grand Prix, as we got more shenanigans there. It's the second Alpine, Dynamo Dan spinning the car, and unfortunately dropped all the way down 70 position. Dynamo Dan there, a horror show race tonight, unfortunately, for the second Alpine, whilst his teammate there has led from the front there. Just going back to 97, of course, David Coulthard, his second Grand Prix win of his career. I think he had 13 in the end, didn't he? Legend himself, of course, won the Australian Grand Prix. We are going to skip the part where Jacques Villeneuve was out and at the end of turn one. Lap one, after him and Johnny Herbert came the blows when Eddie Irvine had an audacious manoeuvre into turn one. But someone's got a real bad exhaust behind me. I think they need to sort that out. But Dan doesn't need to sort anything out, because it's been a clinic in how to race in Bahrain. It's the Grand Prix win for Dan. His first race win of his career. First of many, potentially. Championship started off perfectly for the Alpine. Magnificent stuff indeed. Here's second, Rocket League. Brilliant drive from Rocket League. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Did his best result of his career. Just there has got got a 3-second penalty. That could cost him in the end there. But Dan, a superb drive here tonight there. His first Grand Prix win of his career in Bronson, and this 4th race start as well. Dan then, of course, raced 3 races at the end of last season there. Really got his eye into how bronze races there, and really put the homework in towards the end of last season to start off this season in absolutely sublime form. And he is your Grand Prix winner. Magnificent stuff indeed then. As, of course, second, Rocket Lee. 3rd position, Serious Smash, and 6th, great drive in 4th with Craigar. Unlucky in 5th position, damage to the Red Bull, but stayed in front of Slayer and won about 5-second penalty cost Slayer. I think it did. That 3-second penalty cost Slayer that in 5th position, unfortunately. Falls at a great drive in 7th position. I think it was best result of his career, potentially. FIFA Beefy. And Smithy Almighty, 8th and 9th. Vintage gets a point on his on the opening race of the season. Good stuff indeed there. And I missed the person who finished 11th. But yeah, done with that. I'm going to be saying that all season, and I am. But a great start indeed there. Harlow Falls then gets the games driver of the day, and of course, as I mentioned, if me and Smithy was doing driver of the day, that will also be our driver of the day as well. But Farf is doing the driver of the day tonight. Then, of course, Farf knows a thing or two about driver of the day. As we mentioned, then he's got, I think, the 2nd highest or highest driver of the day awards in all of ALR. I haven't done my usual whole total kind of thing, mainly because I've been very lazy there over the pre-season. Right, and anyways, the champagne is being sprayed on the podium there, and it's been a very interesting race indeed, hasn't it there? Lovely jubbly indeed. Anyway, let's take a final look at the classification before we get the interviews underway, and then I could go to sleep then, because of course, being past 30, I need a lot of beauty sleep. Dan his first Grand Prix win in his 4th start. Rocket Lee is best result of his career with 2nd position there. 3rd position, Serious Mushroom there. An almighty scrap between Mushroom and Rocket Lee was kind of the action of the day, wasn't it? Sickest Mutt, great drive to 4th. Craigar, what could have been there in 5th position there, but I think a great drive nonetheless from Craigar. That's what we want to see. Slayer in 6th position, that 3-second penalty cost him 5th. Harlow Falls, great drive in at 7th position on fast lap as well. Ferrari, 8th and 9th, FIFA Beef and Smithy Almighty, great cover drive from Smithy Almighty. Vintage with a superb 10th position as well. Thou Face Baby in 11th position. Duncan Dave 12th. Don 13th. Angry Dave in 14th. Angry Davey in 14th. Jinner in 15th. Moomin 16th. Dynamo Dan 17th. Ashton Army 18th. 19th for Stars. Only retirement is TJ Hale then, after having to do the walk of shame after a audacious manoeuvre on Smithy Almighty. I didn't see who was in the party. Let's have a look. Have we got a full house? No, we haven't, but we do have Rocket Lee then in the party chat. Apologies, guys, I haven't got my usual mic and all that kind of stuff, so hopefully you've all got your audio shared and all that kind of stuff. Rocket Lee, what a drive, and I think that if I'm not very much mistaken, that's your best result of your career so far in bronze. And what a drive it was indeed then. And I must, but let's go back to qualifying first, because I thought that you nailed that qualifying, but in the end, I think it was Dan that just stole the march right at the end. Was you tempted to come back out and have another go for pole position, or was you satisfied with the front row? Oh, that is an absolute shame, that is. And do you think then you would have got pole position? I know it kind of doesn't matter now, but do you think that you was able to find that 10th per second deficit between yourself and Dan? That's very nice of you. Those really trying to stir the pot into shock and stuff indeed. But today, a 2nd position. This is only the first race of the season. Am I jumping the gun in saying that you're certainly going to be a championship contender? And it usually does, doesn't it? There, of course, you've got to keep me on my toes. But with this second position today, then, do you think that you might be able to get your first Grand Prix win this season? Because I feel that you've done a lot of good groundwork last season. You nailed qualifying very early on in your career, and then, of course, you started to build up with the race results as well, and you really got some great race results towards the end of the season. Now, this season, then, you've already started off with a superb podium, then. So surely the next step is the race win, isn't it? Can you do it this season? And going on into Saudi Arabia in a week's time, and of course, a much more difficult circuit. And the walls are a lot closer, and there might be some more action and potential safety cars. How are you feeling then racing around Saudi Arabia in a week's time? Oh, could I have a screwball, please? By the way, oh dear, am I allowed to say that on here? Well done today. Brilliant job indeed at Rocket League. Superb drive, your best result of your career with second position. Fantastic stuff indeed. Serious Mushroom, third position today, and I said that you were serious this season because you got qualified. I think a superb fourth position. Then, how did it feel to qualify?
Rubbish. It could have been higher actually, but I don't know who it was. In a Alpine, it was cutting corners, everything. It just put me off. So I was up at some points and down, and then he kept cutting and smashing boards down, and I thought, oh, stuff it.
Name and shame. Do you know who it was?
I don't know who it was. No, someone in the Alpine. So if it was in the Alpine, stop it.
By the way, we'll find that footage so we'll name and shame him next week because yes. But going on to the race then, you and Rocket Lee had a superb race throughout all the laps then, and of course we also had a couple of Craig R involved in that as well. What happened? Did you see what happened with Craig R? Did it get a bit too close between you guys?
Yeah, Rocket Lee had bad connection, if you ask me, and I think Craig R tried to go, whether he was going alongside him or chuck him behind him, and then it looked to me on my screen like he went backwards and then Craig spun. So bad luck for him because he had some good pace, and also I was looking forward to battling the pair of them.
Certainly are. Craig are doing a great job today as well, but unfortunately, I think that incident caused damage there.
He always gets that kind of luck, doesn't he?
He does. In Silver as well, it was a lot of unluckiness, especially in Silverstone British Grand Prix in the early stage of last season as well. But well, I'd say that this is a great podium today for yourself. But I'm going to ask the same question I asked Rocket Lee. Is this the start of a championship campaign now? Do you think you can get promoted into Silver next season? Or can you win this championship?
I want to go for it. I said I was going to, didn't I? So I can't go back on it now. Otherwise, Knowlesy will sack me. So.
Exactly, and I've also described you as Mika Hakkinen, the late bloomer, as well. What do you think about that?
Well, I am old, so I guess it matches, doesn't it?
You can still teach an old dog new tricks. And into Saudi Arabia in a week's time, it's a different circuit there. As Rocket Lee, looking forward to it. How are you feeling into that circuit? There's a lot of perils and a lot of incidents, I think, around every corner.
Yeah, I think it's like everyone said, from gold, silver. And I think Rockets just said it as well. If you hit the wall and anyone can do it as well, then it could be over. Or it could be back of the grid, so it's just the way it goes, isn't it? You have to just be careful of what you're doing. Don't like the place, but I'll get my best.
And that's what we love to hear. Well done today, Serious Mushroom. Great podium as well. And
Cheers,
third in the championship. Well done indeed, Dan. And of course, I think that the winner today, Dan does not want to talk to me. I understand. But of course, we've got to go and watch the England game, haven't we? But by the sounds of it from Keza and German, it's not looking too good. Right. That is it for bronze. And that is it for ALR this week. There's no 100% tomorrow. But gold will be back in action for Saudi Arabia on Sunday there. Oh, goodness gracious me then. After that incredible fight through the field from Lucas Percy and Sam Swift Ninja. What an incredible race that was there. Anything is up for grabs for gold then. Remember, Sam Swift did not use the overtake button in qualifying now. So that could be very critical indeed for Saudi Arabia. So but that is it then for me. I'm going to bed. Good night, everyone.